You're charged with yet another possession of marijuana. This is number 4. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay, Logan.
On August 12th, 2024, at about 1 in the morning, stop on a vehicle, stopping past the stoplight at a red light. Officers observed the odor of marijuana upon approach. The defendant was the operator of the car. PC search uncovered marijuana in the back of the front passenger seat. The defendant admitted the marijuana was 15.5 grams.
So the stop was for stopping in front of a red light?
It's the little white line. He passed into the intersection.
Sure.
You guys into the crosswalk?
The officer told me something else that he pulled me up.
You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Mr. Aguilar, do you have a Texas driver license?
Yeah.
Can you run his license, Logan, please?
Suspended. Because when I got pulled over, I showed him my license.
Just because you have a license doesn't mean that it's valid. At some point, you may have to renew it. You may have to do something else, or you may have tickets. And if you don't take care of it, they suspend your license. Your license is now suspended. They just checked with DPS. You will be signing an affidavit, which is a promise that you're going to make with me, Mr. Jameson Aguilar, that you're not to use or drive any car whatsoever. And if I find that you do, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car. And I don't care what you do. I don't care where you're going. I don't care how you try to justify. You will be doing a lot of time in jail. Do you understand me? I'm also ordering you not to use any alcohol or illegal drugs. How old are you? How old are you? What do you do for a living?
I buy, sell cars sometimes, and I work once in a while. I had a job, but I got fired from my job, so I'm looking for a job. I'll be doing little side jobs and stuff.
Where do you live?
I know you used to rosin.
How much dope was in the car?
It was 15.5 grams, Your Honor. Additionally, when I read his driver's license, it looked like his license had 12 current suspensions for driving without insurance.
How many?
12.
You have 12? Did you say 12 tickets?
12 suspensions. I assume those are long.
Yeah, all the suspensions are DWLI, and right under the DWLI, it says no liability insurance, and that looks to be like indefinite, so.
Did you hear what they just?
This courtroom session is absolutely wild. Multiple defendants, multiple charges, and judges who are completely out of patience. From drugs to assault, bond violations to mental health hearings. This is a real look at how the justice system deals with repeat offenders and second chances. Watch closely, because every decision here could change someone's life forever.
Said.
Yes, sir.
12 different suspended license cases. If I see you drive, I will literally hit the roof because I will be so upset. And if I get upset, I'm going to unleash on you. And it's not going to be in a good way. I'm now sending you for a drug test. And I'm ordering you to come back again tomorrow so we can talk about it. And when you come back at 8:30 in the morning, not at 11, not at 10:02, not at 11:42, 8:30 in your seat tomorrow. Do you understand? Then we will talk about your situation as far as what you're doing with work, whether you graduated high school, and what you're doing with your life. Mr. Jameson Aguilar, you have now, from 2021, a prior evading arrest, a felony theft from a person, another theft, an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, fleeing, attempting elude police officers, possession of marijuana, possession of marijuana, possession of marijuana. It changes now. Do you understand?
Like I don't get in trouble. It's just little stuff. Been changed my life around. I'm a whole
You done
different
changed
person.
nothing. If you think you've changed, then I'm Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz.
Get in trouble. I don't do no dumb stuff, not no crash jumping, none of that. That's when I was 17, 18 years old. I'm 22.
You're in front of me now with another criminal case. And if you don't think this is nothing,
It's because I buy cars and I ain't clean my car. That's what
Mr. Aguilar, I'm sending you for a drug test now. And then I want you back here tomorrow. And we are going to examine your life in full to see where we go from here, to make sure that you end up on the up and up. Do you understand? That's what we're doing.
you send me for a drug test and I'm gonna come out
Right.
at the end.
I know you're going to be dirty, but I want to know. I know you're going to be dirty. I want to know what is in your system. And I want to know. And if you fail to show up tomorrow, or if you fail to go for the drug test right now, I'm going to make your bond so high, your head's going to be spinning 30 miles an hour. Do you understand? Okay. So, Billy, do you mind having him sign a receipt for tomorrow? And then he's going to be with Rachel. Rachel, he tested positive for marijuana only, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Aguilar, you will be tested 31 days from today. If you test positive for marijuana again, you will go to jail. And I'm going to make your bond extremely high. Do you understand? Yes or no? Did you graduate from high school?
GED.
Do you have your GED?
Yeah, it's at home.
Okay. What are you doing with yourself now?
Shit, I work with my dad, cut yards.
I want you to get a full-time job. You understand? Like a legitimate 40-hour week, a job. You have too much time on your hands and you're getting into trouble nonstop, over and over and over, to the tune of now, was it 9 cases? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm done with it. And I'm done with you picking up cases. And the only way this is going to stop is if you start becoming a productive member of our society. That's what I expect from you. Do you understand? So you either get a full-time job or get into school full-time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks from today. And I want you to show me what you have done to get a job. If you have done nothing and you not put any applications in, life between you and I will not go well. Do you understand? I will notate absolutely everything that transpires now. When you come back in 2 weeks, I want to see proof of your GED. Do you understand? I want you to bring it to me so I can see it. Okay, Josh, let's set it off 2 weeks to see what he's done to get a job, and then he has to bring proof of his GED as well. And then we'll go from there. If you've done nothing to find a full-time job, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be happy. If I'm not happy, things just won't go well. Do you understand, Mr. Aguilar? Above all else, do not use any dope whatsoever or alcohol. You will be tested. You stand charged with now assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state detectives. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
On April 15th at 5454 Washington Avenue, officers were dispatched an assault in progress involving weapons call at Clutch Bar parking lot. Lorenzo Castillo was arguing with an individual in the parking lot.
He's at He's at a bar?
Parking lot.
It's a restaurant too, but he was the designated driver, but they didn't say he was intoxicated, but he can do that.
It's a Clutch Bar, but it was the parking lot of it. Officers were able to detain 2 other co-defendants, Isaac Bravo and Carlos Ventura, based on witness statements. Complainant 1 stated that the defendant, Lorenzo Castillo, swung at him first and he defended himself. The co-defendants then began beating him up at the same time, but was able to see how many more suspects were beating him up at the same time. Complainant 1 stated that he did feel pain as well to press charges. Complainant 1 had major injuries to his face and was checked out on scene by HFD, but did not want to get transported. Complainant 2 knows Lorenzo Castillo, the co-defendant. Complainant 2 stated that the defendant and several other suspects were beating on her boyfriend, and she was hugging her boyfriend in attempts to defend him. Complainant 2 stated she was also struck by several punches by the defendant, Lorenzo Castillo, and other suspects. The complainant 2 had blood on her hands and clothing, but she stated that the blood was from her boyfriend's injuries. Complainant 2 pointed out a bump on her head and stated she felt pain from that bump. Witnesses viewed the defendant and co-defendants assaulting complainant 1 and tried to separate the complainant 2 from the incident as she was getting assaulted. Defendant Castillo and co-defendant Carlos Ventura went and opened the door to the car and continued to assault complainant 1. Witness 1 stated that the defendant is a family friend and he knows the defendant's aunt. Witness 2, who stated that the complainants and him were walking towards a clutch bar and had a verbal argument with the defendant and co-defendants, but was able to de-escalate the situation. And later on that night, that is when the complainant was ultimately assaulted by the defendant and the co-defendants on scene.
Significant injuries, you said, huh?
Checked by HFD, Your Honor. I haven't checked because the complainant 1 stated on scene that he's going to go to the ER on his own. He didn't want to pay for the bill. So I'm going to check with that complainant to see if there's anything more and subpoena those records.
And Judge, the police report reads this when it says defendants. I think this offense report or whatever the summary is of 3 people. And so he's reading Ventura and he's reading Castillo. And they're
and defendant.
Well, it's convoluted and defendant in terms of there's nothing saying what he did. They said that Ventura and Castillo went and opened the car door, started fighting this guy. According to my client, he was the designated driver. They went into this place to go eat. The other guys were drinking. They had an argument with these people before going into the place. And when they come out, the argument ensues for whatever reason. My client says he tried to break it up and then the fight ensues. So that's where we're at. Like I said, he didn't, he was just in the middle of everything, but and the police report kind of reads like that. But I mean,
I asked you to do one thing. What did I ask you to do? Stay out of trouble. You picked up an assault. Now we're revoking your bond on the DWI. You're going to jail. And I'm telling you now, you pick up a 3rd case, I'm going to make your bond so high you're going to flip. You understand? I'm ordering you now not to have any contact with any of these people whatsoever. No weapons, no driving, anything. You understand? Let me see. I mean, I hope that there was not a bail order or there was a affidavit that you signed promising us you wouldn't drive, because then I'm going to have a contempt hearing.
his license is good. The one ALR hearing.
Judge, who's this on?
Bravo. All right. So he goes with you now, and then I'm going to set the bond at 5,001 on the DWI, and then that's it.
You know what? Hang on to this, because I think they checked this in with you at jail. Because I don't know, I'm going to Washington for like a conference. I don't know who this is. Right, is that right? They'll be with his property, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call you.
So no contact, no weapons. What were the other bonds?
So I'm going to have him now he'll be monitored because, so don't even worry about it. It'll be with Jeremiah. So now I'm going to put a curfew on him. He can't go out in the middle of the night. No contact with the co-defendants. Treat him like a little child. Ricardo.
Approach.
Hi.
I'm approaching on Sammy Bueno.
Is he in jail?
He's in custody, Judge.
Okay.
This is one of those cases where it's there go I or something. I think is the
They're
saying.
alive?
I'm sorry.
That they're alive?
No, it could be you, it could be me, just one of those. I think that's the same. But just talking to this guy, he's not. There's a competency eval that I got to submit. Okay, the issue is that takes 30 days to come back, so he's going to be sitting in jail for 30 days. We got an offer of time served on a failed to ID, and so he can't do that because I don't think he's competent. And so he's gonna be sitting in jail for 30 days. My understanding is, looking at his history, he's having situations in jail. He's telling me he's having situations in jail, and I understand that just talking to him, he would be susceptible to that. So basically what I'm trying to do is release him to a program, directly to a program, if they're able to hold him, if they have a bed for him. I'm trying to make that happen. I've talked to Probable. He seems open to it with more info. I need to see if you're open to releasing him directly to the mental health center, the Harris Center, if I'm able to make that happen. But that would require a PR bond.
No. Because of how many times he's taken off on us.
I get it.
You know?
He's homeless, Judge.
I get it, but that doesn't excuse that your failure to come to court, right? You're still expected to come to court, especially with how many priors. He's got a laundry list of priors, and some of them are serious, you know?
I get it.
Now he picked up another assault. What happened with this newest assault, Pavel?
Judge, he was on bond for assault, and now he picked up a felon ID. And the assault, though, that was January 18th. The defendant punched the complainant with a closed fist to her face to the point where she fell to the ground. Stated she felt pain. This all took place at the behavioral hospital for mental illnesses.
Let me give a little background, if I may, Judge. So supposedly this all happened. He went to, first it's at a mental health.
Hold on a second, hold on. Do you mind bringing him out? He needs to hear this.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Sammy.
Bueno.
And Judge, actually, you weren't here. Trinidad was here at the time. So Trinidad was originally on the ABI. When we were here, he was out on bond. He showed up, he sat here, and he had some concerns for his mental health because he was making comments at the time. So,
Like what kind of comments?
suicidal comments. So we left him out on bond. Trinidad filed a motion saying he's competent, but he's hearing voices, like just, I guess, is like a CYA kind of situation. But we have something on record saying he is competent, but my understanding is today he may not be competent.
Let's
That's
see.
why we're filing, that's why defense wants the motion for competency.
And Judge,
My only issue is that, great, we can send them there. How do we know that they're protected though?
Detective,
Right, what if he lets loose in another behavioral center in the MHMRA place?
that's the thing, Judge. I can't, we can talk to him. We can inquire as to why he missed those court dates. I think you'll see where I'm coming from. That's not relevant to these cases. It's a failed 2ID and it's an assault. Him missing the court date. If we just talk to him.
No.
You don't want to?
If I let him out to the MHMRA, the Harris Center, what's to say he doesn't go and beat everybody up there?
Yeah, I get it. I can't guarantee that. I get it, Judge. I get it. But I'm trying to get him some help, you know?
I get.
30 days in jail is not the help, you know?
Mr. Bueno,
Yes, sir.
how are you? How's jail?
Jail been all right.
Do you know why you're here?
Yeah, for warrants.
Tell me again?
Warrants.
Come closer. Come to the bar. I can't hear you.
Warrants.
Correct. For what though?
No, just,
The assault.
assault. No.
You know what happened with the assault as to why you got arrested?
I was in a mental health hospital.
And then what happened?
Judge.
No, he's getting it. You're doing great, Mr. Bueno. You're doing fantastic.
Judge, this may go into,
Well, my point is that
I got hungry, and I asked the lady, I asked the guy for some food.
Judge, this is going in.
Okay. Mr. Bueno, your lawyer here, Mr. Laredo, wants to get you into the Harris Center to get you help. My fear is that if we do that, another assault will occur. And I do not want that to happen. The reason you are here is because no self-control.
You must exercise self-control. Do you understand? That's why you were in jail. Because when you get angry, you start going like this. And that's not what we do. Do you understand? How do I know if we take you to the Harris Center that it's not going to happen again?
I wasn't on my medicine at the time. I guess taking my medicine will help me to stay self-control.
Are you taking it now? You're not taking your medication now?
Because I don't know which way to how to get my medicine.
Can we get him into medical or something so we can get him to the medicine that he needs?
Judge, my understanding is that they're, based on what I have access to, he's on something. They're prescribing something, Risperdal, I think.
Let me see.
From what I'm able to check on. What I saw. So he's on something, to my understanding.
I'm supposed to be on 5 medicines. 5 different medicines.
Judge, and this is one of those cases where I don't want to say too much, you know, but
We're here as
schizophrenia pops up so much on his history, Judge. For years, it's been popping up, and so it's. I mean, the only reason I say that, I'm trying to get him some help, Judge. I mean,
Mr. Bueno, I want to get you into the Harris Center, but I want the people at the Harris Center protected. I don't want you to do anything like what happened at the other place. Do you understand? I will give you one chance, but if you fail me again, you will be stuck with me in jail for a long time. I will only release him to the Harris Center. And we need to know that when you speak to the people at the Harris Center, that he knows that they know about the tendencies so that they are protected as well.
so if I could just give you an update on why I'm proposing this, Judge. I did this in court maybe 3 weeks ago. The way this happened was, it was kind of the same situation where he needed help. I get in contact with somebody in the MAC. They tell me supposedly there's different programs or stuff. I explain to them what's needed. They make it happen with the Harris Center. We release him directly to the Harris Center, and then he gets his help. And then
I'm okay with that.
okay. And
But like I said, only if he gets released to them and they pick him up and they take him directly there.
right, that's what we were able to do last time, and that'd be their expectation this time as well.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll it to what's today, Wednesday?
So
Friday?
perhaps reach out to Brad Morris so that we can get into like a mental health PTI or perhaps something like that to that caliber, not necessarily a PTI or however they want to craft it. I don't care,
Got it.
but that they release them directly to the Harris Center.
Okay. I think Bell's kind of on board depending on what they say, but I'll keep working to that.
Judge, I think we should hold off on the PR bond until we have something set in stone.
Oh,
I'm not giving them a PR bond today, of course.
I thought that was,
No.
I thought that was the direction where we're going.
No,
no.
nope. Not until I know
Yeah,
where
sure.
we sign the document
Sure.
and we have a releasing document to the actual Harris Center.
Yeah.
That's only until that.
My only concerns were, once I can file the order, but basically the Harris Center will just say, we
No.
don't have a basis to
We're
hold.
not ready yet.
Yeah,
Not
so.
ready. It's too premature.
And that's where I'm
That's
getting,
the route.
yeah, that's where I'm getting in contact with Max, sure, and everything else, so I have answers for you guys, and with the idea that he's
Yeah.
gonna be taken care of over there, and I'll come back with you guys, but everybody's on board, it seems like, so.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Bueno, self-control.
Yes, self-control. I'm trying to do that, self-control.
That's why everybody's in jail, because they have no self-control.
Start doing that self-control.
Good. Good things will happen then.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Judge, thank you for the opportunity. All right. Sam, I'll talk to you in a minute. Yes.
Paradone is for schizophrenia.
What's that?
But it didn't say that he's taking anything. I didn't see that he's actually taking anything.
I didn't see it.
Or that he's been prescribed.
It's for schizophrenia, bipolar, and
On a page that I could see on the orange sheet or whatever, on top it says what he's taking, meds currently taking or something. So, but yeah, Judge, so I'm gonna touch base with the MAC person, get everything in order for you guys, and then you guys
Set
can
it-
sign off on it.
Perhaps a week, or how long you want to do it?
Judge, I'm gonna try to make it happen by Friday,
Okay,
or,
however you want.
he's right, as of April 13th, he's taking risperidone.
that's what I saw, yeah.
Okay, good.
And
Maybe that's why perhaps he was as good as he was today.
yeah.
Able to communicate, he was doing great.
And he's homeless, Judge, when, I'm assuming he's not taking his stuff when he's homeless, so, yeah.
That's right.
But let me reset it. Thank you, guys.
Okay,
I'm gonna step down briefly and then we can do it.
Thank you, Judge.
I think you were good for this.
I'll report on that. Set for my day. I'm still trying to figure out.
But the felony's going.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean,
Mr. Stryker. Me too.
Touche.
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Misdemeanor, no control over the felony. It's just the misdemeanors.
Ms. Williams, let's go through this. In June of 22, you had an interference that dismissed. In September of 2022, you had an injury to a child dismissed. In September of 23, an aggravated assault against a family member dismissed. Pursuant to that, you pled to a robbery and they put you on a probation for a robbery case. Since that time, you've now picked up in January of this year, a failure to stop being information. We gave you a bond, you got out. And now you've picked up another 2 cases. You picked up an evading arrest and a failure to identify oneself to a peace officer. Let's go through those. Do you mind going through probable cause on the 2 newest cases, please?
Yes, Your Honor. So on these cases, on April 13, 2024, officers were dispatched to an assault in Harris County, Texas. Officers arrived and observed a large crowd of people in the parking lot. Officer observed them to be walking away from the scene. Officer told the defendant to stay at the location. Officer then spoke to an individual who stated 2 girls jumped her, and she has video of it. Complainant pointed out the defendant and stated she is one of the girls who jumped her. Defendant began to walk away again. Officer told defendant to stop, and defendant began running away from the officer. Officer chased defendant. Defendant ran 100 feet before being caught. Defendant then gave the name of her sister. A JVC officer read the defendant's prints that came back to the defendant. The warrant for arrest for the FSGI.
So she had the warrant out.
She had
for the
a
other-
warrant, I believe, for
Let me look at the dims just to be sure which warrant we're talking about. It's going to be warrant out from Judge Nelson's court in the 42nd.
Yes. So she picked up the FSGI, they subsequently filed the motion to adjudicate.
Got it.
That
Okay.
was the warrant that was issued, that was.
So here's what we're gonna do. I am now revoking your bond on the failure to stopping of information. And they gave you 2 PR bonds on your 2 newest cases. I don't think so. I'm now revoking those PR bonds as well, and I'm gonna raise those up as well. And I'm gonna tell you, if you do get out again, I'm gonna order you under home confinement. Because when you get out, nothing good happens. Do you understand, Ms. Williams? The only thing we want are streets to be safe. And does that happen? Okay, so,
I'm not saying you're guilty of them, okay? And we're just saying we right to a jury trial, we have to, it's just a matter of, the judge wants to make sure that you're safe and that everyone is safe if you get out, okay?
no,
All right?
The problem, Ms. Williams, is that you're on bond or on probation for a very serious robbery case where people go to prison for 20 years. The only thing we ask you to do is behave yourself. And when you put yourself in a situation where it's inevitable that bad things are going to happen.
Again, and Judge, I would like to say that Judge, dating in the field of ID, again, we're not conceding that they happen. We're just, but they are moments of being scared, Judge. And just, she's not out there.
I don't know. It sounds to me like she's not charged with another assault.
And again, Judge, it's just, she's not there stealing or anything else, some intentional thing. It is in the moment, it's obviously she's scared and she maybe makes a decision that she shouldn't make, but we'll look at the evidence, Judge, and approach.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, for sure. So for now, I'm going to set all the bonds at 5,003.
Yes, Judge.
And then we'll go from there, man.
We'll reapproach it. We'll get some more information, Judge.
Sure.
As well as when we get some information on the felony.
They're not going to file any new cases, are they? The assault or anything?
That's unknown right now, but Your Honor, I think for now, the charges are just going to stay at this.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
¿Qué tal? Solo mire, el juez le contesta en español.
We have here.
¿Cuál es su nombre, señor?
Antonio Vergara.
Ok, solo mira para allá. Antonio Vergara.
Vergara.
Is it River?
27, be like boy.
Got it.
Vergara.
Vergara.
Ah, era ser Vergara.
Are we doing a plea, Marjorie?
Yes, Your Honor.
What time are we looking at?
21 days with me.
Okay.
Mr. Belgada, you're charged with burglary of a vehicle. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 21 days in jail with credit for the 22 days that you've done. You were giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. Do you understand? From now on, if you pick up any future cases, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You must also understand that if you continue to pick up these burglary of a motor vehicle cases, they can use these to enhance you to a felony. And then you will be looking at serious time in prison. Not only that, you live in Texas. You mess with the wrong person, they're going to shoot you dead, like it happened 2 weeks ago. Do you understand?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
Ofensa. Solo míralo, a él le dije, no me mira a mí, escuche muy bien. Guilty.
Find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Contreras, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant, which I think is the one that's getting dismissed. In exchange for your plea on the reckless driving, you're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days with 2 days credit. This will go now on your record. You are now facing a minimum of 30 days in jail if you ever pick up another case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Let me make one more thing abundantly clear to you. To those people who act like a schlemiel in a car, the Texas legislature has made it extremely easy for them to take your car and seize it from you permanently. If you are caught racing, reckless driving, donuts, this type of act or street takeovers, I'm telling you, because we had a guy here last week on his second case, they took and they seized his car. This is now your first reckless driving. You pick up another one of these cases, it's very well possible they take your car from you permanently. Do you understand? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty to something, you can never change this. You will be stuck with this for the rest of your life. How do you plead to this offense? I'm extremely serious that I couldn't believe it myself when they came in here and he told me that they seized his car. I couldn't believe it, but they're doing it. So be very careful. The next time you race, you may lose it permanently. Good luck, guys. Thanks. I'll roll you. I'll roll it. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Harris. Thanks, guys.
You should go down to the suite. I'm here giving this, otherwise you'll.
Okay, hey, hey, you ready?
For Angel Pena in custody,
Okay,
this was the,
you don't have to remind me. I remember, Mr. Payne.
so it is a marijuana gun case, so we don't have labs yet. He's telling me that, my client's telling me that all of his GPS violations.
I'm not letting him out.
Okay.
We've had a lot of history with this guy. We've had a lot of issues, and I know that if I let him out, it's just gonna continue. So he's gonna have to pony up the money, but I don't trust him. I don't. We've given him way too many chances. It's now his fourth case.
Okay. Just, can I say that he says that he would even be willing to do a 24-hour house arrest?
Can you bring him out, please? Give me a second, I'll talk to him.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it.
Tell me, come on up. Mr. Pena, come on up. How's jail? You don't get it though. You don't get it. Like some people they just don't get it. We gave you a chance. We've given you so many chances. You violated our bond at least 6 times on your first gun case. You pled 5 times you violated the first time. You picked up another case, a weed case, got rid of that case. Then you picked up another gun case. And when you picked up that third case, the gun case, you violated bond 7 times. That means I let you out at least 6 times and you violated conditions. And now you picked up a 4th case, and within 2 weeks of you getting out, you violate conditions, and you want me to let you out? Cute. What do you think I should say?
I later said, I didn't know it was in my parking lot. Like, I didn't know I couldn't go to my parking lot. Like, if not, I wouldn't have went outside at all. Like, that address, if you search it up, it's literally my parking lot. I didn't know I couldn't be in my parking lot. Like, I'm willing to do 24/7 house arrest, sir, to prove to you, like, I'm trying to do good for real. Like,
I don't believe you.
Like, I was really in my parking lot.
History is any indication. If I let you out in another 3 weeks, you'll be up here again with more violations. And Mr. Pena, you're way too much drama for me. I'm not going to do that again. I've learned my lesson. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fool me 12 times, shame on me. I'm sorry, Connor. It ain't going to happen. Bye. Let's set it off a week, and then we'll see in a week. Okay? I'm not going to keep him forever, but I want him to stew for a while to really get it. And then in a week, but don't tell him, please. I want him to have the fear of not knowing when he's going to get out, because that's really sucks, you know? Okay, so a week. A week on payment.
This hearing shows a harsh reality of the justice system. Second chances are limited, and repeated mistakes come with serious consequences. Some defendants are given opportunities to rebuild. Others are sent straight back to jail. The message is clear. Accountability matters, and the court will not hesitate to step in when behavior doesn't change. Let me know your thoughts. Were these judges too strict, or exactly what justice looks like?